Alright, fellas, I'm back with the bang, and, yeah. Before I start this video, I had this thought, this morning, because when I was, I often have thoughts. Like, this is why I constantly walk outside smoking cigarettes and stuff, because I always get these thoughts, and, I had this thought, I think it was my mom but other people, a couple of years ago, I made this video in a completely dark room. And of course, Mr. Ben Gay got so triggered. If you feel the need to, dude, it was just a video. I was just ranting, on freebie seekers or cheapskates or something to do with that. I don't know. And essentially, he got so triggered by that he was like, you could call me the perfect tease, the perfect marketer. Even my biggest trolls tell me this. And the biggest haters or that this guy just draws you in. You're addicted. You have to watch it. Like the wrestling promoters. You may hate wrestling, but you may have to, but you have to watch it, And it's, then, my mom back in the day, I think this was in 2009 or maybe, every time I'm with my ex, it's a toxic environment. We're hating each other. It's war. Monday Night Raw is war, and it's very toxic. And so the light's always off. It's a dark room. And don't even ask how young, how kids are going to grow up in that environment and all that. It's fucked up completely. But, it's, there's two ways to resolve it. Either I be a cuck or either she listens to me. I'm not willing to be a cuck. She's not willing to listen. So, and I've done so much for her, man. Beyond a certain point, I just got tired of, giving up money. She still uses the vehicles and stuff that I bought for her. I bought her land. I bought her all this anyway. But fuck that bitch. Anyway, but yeah, on that note, so Big Bertha. So Sydney Sweeney, I hadn't even heard of her before this American Eagle thing. And, I don't have any opinion on her or, she's not even probably the sort of girl I like cold, black, dark skin. It's what it is. It's just not so much a fetish. It's because I'm naturally extremely fair, right? I try and get a tan and all that. I get golden. So I guess it's opposites attract, that kind of thing. I kind of like dark chocolate, but not so much African American or black. But some Africans it's actually the African American girls I don't like because they have a terrible fucking, vibe to them. They're the biggest pain in the asses ever. And there's a lot of Indian women too, but anyway. But so I like the ones from the so-called lower, anyway, but... And then, I'm fair, they're dark, and, it just works better that way. But, that's the whole sexuality discussion. We'll do it on the other side. But, so this video, or this image of this big, fat, black woman, this is what she was doing to Sydney Sweeney, in that American Eagle ad. And she went off on this rant about the KKK and all this. Look. Girl, you're fat, you're 400 pounds overweight, you're a fucking gorilla. I could name several in my family like that, but I'm not, and I could name 10,000 of them in my network, and I could name 50,000 of them looking out the fucking window. This is why I don't look out the window, because that's all I see is fat gays. Anyway, especially men. Belly of Buddha. And they parade it proudly like it's some kind of badge of fucking honor. No, it's not. You're a fucking loser that can't squat down. You're supposed to be a laborer. And you're like, oh, I got big arms. Like, literally, some of these guys, they've got huge arms, they're picking stuff up and all, but they can't squat down. And they got big tummies. So they may be, a lot of them are taller than me, they're thicker than me, but they look at me and they're like, this guy, and you can tell. Anyway, like buddy of mine from the Marines, he looked at me and 6'2". Now that motherfucker could dissect me if he wanted to. Quite literally. Carries this big ass Swiss Army knife and, fuck. And then we were, kind of talking back and forth one day, and, he was like, I'd be wasting my time if I hit that, because I was telling him the core, you can hit the core. Like, you martial arts, boom, 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 like that, elbows in, boom, 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 like, core. And he was like, I'd be wasting my time if I hit that. That guy's a killer, Anyway, we drank a lot of beer together and all this, but Big Bertha commenting on Sydney Sweeney. I mean, look, woman, you're a 400-pound gorilla, a black gorilla, and gorillas are black and they're albino, so it's nothing racist. And by the way, I just said I love coal black skin, so don't call me racist. Or call me racist. I mean, we're all racist. I don't care. Call me a sand nigger. I don't give a shit. Call me fucking, whatever the fuck you want to. I kind of enjoy it. But anyway, my point is this, that have you ever noticed that especially when it comes to, like, women are all arrogant and narcissistic by default anyway. They can't stand each other. If another woman is flirtatious or something, then, it's like two swords clashing. They can never stand each other. But that's one thing. But have you ever noticed it's the fattest, ugliest, fucking oldest women that cope by being the most feminist? And, people call me a horrible person, a slave owner, a misogynist, all this. On the other hand, you have women running around saying every male baby should start their life in jail. That is viewed as normal, and then work their way out. So in response to that, I said that, every female should start their life as a slave in chains. In response to that, and it's not like I do that, but that gets attacked. But this woman saying this is fine, because she's a woman. What the fuck? I can just imagine if someone like an Andrew Tate or someone had some, one of these big influencer types, he had said it, the whole BBC would be over it, he'd be in jail again. But she can say it and she can get away. Anyway, fuck that bitch. But, right. I mean, they're coping, and this is what I want to talk about, that this garbage cope mentality in fitness. People cope by saying, but I don't want to look like an influencer. I don't want six packs. I don't want to look sexy and handsome. I'm happy being me. Hey, let's be honest. Why would you, even if it's not a fucking goal, why would you not want, I didn't have this goal to get this body. My goal was fitness. My goal was, X number of reps, put in the work, climb the hill for 4 hours a day. Come rain, shine, hail, shine, whatever. It felt like I was breathing fire into my fucking lungs. Don't you guys get it? I didn't have a goal. I didn't even take my phone. I didn't talk to girls. I didn't do, Bozo Schofield, how many girls asked for your WeChat? Dude, yeah, many did, but I didn't even have my phone. I don't take my phone with me when I work out. I don't even fucking answer it. The point of this is that I didn't have, the body came as a byproduct of extreme training and extreme discipline and a very regimented lifestyle, all right? And now I get, and the mental part of it and all that, but You guys are sitting there coping. It Just answer me this one simple question, buddy. I mean, or whoever the hell is watching it. I mean, I like, why? Okay, let's say you don't have a goal to look like Habib porn star, sexy, slim, handsome, charismatic, intelligent. I walk into the bathroom in the morning, I'm like, God dang, dick's hard, there's no girl even there, but I'm fucking hard, 9.2-inch boner. I mean, I'm always like this, and if I... Oh, the dark room thing, I remember that, the dark room thing. The dark room thing was my mom was like, they're always dark, you know. It's like hilarious. It triggers people, the dark room, and I mentioned this at the start of the video. It's hilarious, and so I do. But you know what? Everything I do is a trigger. If I sit on the fucking couch, it's a trigger. Oh, he's showing his body off. It's like, what do you want me to do? But the dark room thing. I told my mom about, a couple of years ago about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Hannibal Lecter, and she was like, But you know what? Those are movies, so she can't say anything because those are actual. But it's funny. But I mean, I did. But it's funny the parallels between myself and the guy in Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So long as you don't bother him, you won't even see him. But you push him at a certain point, he's going to come with that Texas big-ass chainsaw, man. He's going to chop you into little bits and hang you upside down and, literally rats drinking the human blood and all that. But, oof. It's funny. So, okay. Why would you guys not want this sort of a body? Could you give me one reason? Like, it's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. Why would you not want more money? Like, it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. I'm not saying you have to have it necessarily as a goal. You can train, But this... So, Big Bertha, in this case, could be better served by fucking losing some weight and becoming sexy, and then she wouldn't have to cope. She'd have men after her. She's just upset that men are going after Sydney Sweeney and not her. Well, look, woman, you're 400 pounds. You're a fucking black gorilla. You got tits that hang down to your fucking, And I'm not against curves, by the way. I love curvaceous women. And if they're a little, top heavy, that's fine. But there's a line, and it's not a fine line. It's a very divisive line, a very clear line between curvy and obese. So my point is simply this. And then same thing. I speak about going to, I get a massage, I get this, I get a blowjob. Then you have guys coming on Twitter and they're like, oh, he's a misogynist, he's a slave owner, he treats them terribly, blah, 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 blah. Then behind your back, these same guys, they go, oh, yeah, if I got it for free, I'd take it. Like, dude, how much more hypocritical and gay can you get? Gay, because you don't understand gay is just slang. But you're a hypocrite, because you take it for free, but you don't want to put in the work required to get it on autopilot. That's my whole point. I mean, this cope mentality in fitness. And the last thing I want to say is everybody and their mama has a fucking opinion on fitness. So you have guys like, fucking Schofield. Schofield says, I walked X number of miles. He didn't walk, man. You've seen his fucking belly. Seen his man tits. He didn't do shit. He's sitting in a Looney Tune bin. I bought this. I mean, you guys must be remembering back when our Amazon account was there and all the trolley comments. He thought that would destroy us. Instead, I put them all on my website. I was like, troll more, dude. I love it. Guys. But so they think they have an opinion on this. Bozo Schofield was hired as a token foreigner in China for some fucking movie which didn't even make it to the production table. And 1 second, one of these clips where you have 10,000 guys and Bozo was one of them. You can't even see his face. So he thinks he has opinions about being a movie star. I mean, why is fitness so gay? Like sexuality, my other business, it's not like that, because people are scared to explore their sexuality. But fitness, people have this idea that I'm doing, I can do 1 pull-up, so I'm, I don't need to learn, I think fitness has just become so gay, man. Everything is just all cope, and that's my point. And I believe you get it. Later.